Yo, what is up, guys? Grim here. So today we're going to be talking about the Bestiary League and kind of what I have planned for it and all the content I'm going to be making. So basically what build I'm going to be doing, what kind of videos I'm going to be doing, stuff about the website, and the fact that I made a Discord server for you guys and myself to kind of play PoE in. So that's going to be really good. Let's get straight into it. So in the background here, you can see I'm playing kind of a Spark Nova build. This was my plan for 3.2. I was going to play Spark Nova, and it was really fun to play when I was testing it out and messing around with it. The damage is good. The feel is fantastic. The mobility is great, obviously with shield charge, and it was going to be a lot of fun. I was really enjoying kind of playing and testing, and it was all really good. However, when I saw the patch notes, I was expecting EK to be absolutely gutted. It's been the best build for a while now in terms of pushing and speed clearing. So I expected it to be on the way out, and we needed to do something new. However, that's not the case. They didn't touch EK at all. So I'm going to be probably rolling with another Inquisitor. I'm going to be playing Frostbolt for the most part of the Atlas clear. So I'm going to be starting out with that, and then I'm going to go into EK later on. And the reason for this is just because you really can't beat the Inquisitor or EK or Frostbolt for low investment map clear. It's just too good. You just throw on a Brightbeak with a Tabula Rasa and you're basically at maximum power. So that's why I'm going with that, and that's what I am going with. So I'm going to be playing that. However, that is not what I want to end up playing ultimately. I do have a different build in mind. And it is a Deadeye build. However, I'm not 100% sure that I would be able to do that as a league start because it costs a lot of currency. I need things like a Dying Sun and stuff like that. So I'll be starting off with Frostbolt, Inquisitor, and then moving into EK, and then eventually into another build. So that's what I'm going to be doing. In terms of my overall league kind of plans and what builds I'll be playing, I'll be starting with EK. However, I'm not going to be staying on that, obviously. I'll have my other build, and then I'm also going to do a Cosplay Discharge this league if I can, a Wind Ripper character, and a Wander character. So I want to kind of cover all the bases. And a lot of people have been asking, can I make guides for them like I did for the Ethereal Knives one? And yes, that's basically my plan. I absolutely am going to make guides for Wind Ripper, Wander, Cosplay Discharge, and all that kind of stuff. I plan on making it very beginner friendly and all of those good things, just like I did with the other one. So that's one thing you can expect from me this league. I'm not going to be staying on one build either, so I'm going to like play sometimes on the Wind Ripper, sometimes on the EK, sometimes on other things. So you can expect that from me. I'm also probably going to play this Spark build at some point in the league because it was so much fun. In this video, it's not even close to how like powerful it will be. It's missing a lot of projectile speed and damage. So those are kind of my build plans, if you will. However, a lot of people are going to be asking me, what's my mapping strategy? What is my kind of Atlas goal? So on the Atlas, it's been completely shaken up. If you've read the patch notes, you'll know that Vault is pretty much dead. There's not really any good Zana mods, which are cheap. And just in general, everything's been shaken up a lot. GGG kind of swapped through and just changed the meta completely. So in terms of what I'm going to be doing for maps, I'm not 100% sure which one's the best to run right now, just because the divination cards are completely changed apparently, and the density is also changed. So it's pretty impossible to tell you which is the best map. I'm going to be playing a lot through the league. I'm going to be playing 24 hours straight for the first day. So I will be able to like come out with a video pretty soon, tomorrow, basically, about what I'll be doing and what I think is good, kind of like my first impression. So you'll be able to find out that hopefully pretty soon, and I'll let you know then. However, a general idea I have of how I'm going to be making my money for my first headhunter is playing with friends. That's a really good one. You can get a lot more returns if you're playing with friends. More loot, more everything. Just stack everything on there, and it's really good to go. And I'm going to be doing high tier maps, so 14s and 15s, killing the boss and running bloodlines on it for Guardian maps. Guardian maps are an excellent way to make money at the start. They're very consistent. People always want them. All the people farming Shaper and all that. They're usually worth around 25 to 30 C for the first week. However, having Harbinger as Zana 8 may change that. I'm not sure. However, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Guardian maps, and that should be able to bankroll my first character and potentially a few Headhunter cards. So that's the kind of general plan for me. Hopefully it'll work out pretty well. I'm going to give you a quick look at what I plan on doing for my first build here in Path of Building. Again, it's going to be an Inquisitor, so that's pretty much explains itself. And I'm going to be playing EK. However, there's a few changes. If you want to play the same build as me, I've got a massive guide on my channel about how to play it, and I've also got a Templar leveling guide on how to level it. so you can check those out on my channel. But I have made a few changes. So in my guide, I recommended Lionized Vision, but I also mentioned Impulse's Broken Heart, and I will be going with Impulses this time. And the reason for that is because it's a much cheaper option, and it doesn't require an Empower level 4 to be the best. Lionized Vision always wins out in terms of damage, like raw numbers, but it is way more expensive, and Impulses is nice and cheap, and it's not bad either. So Shock Immunity is also going to grant me another kind of increase in economy, and that is because I won't be able to use I won't be using a Shock Flask. I'll be using a Curse Immunity Flask down here instead, and the reason for this is so I don't have to reroll Temporal Chains maps. So I can save a few bits of currency early on and focus that more on my build, especially on day 1 and 2. So that's going to be my kind of overall build. Still stacking Magic Find, still using a Light Poacher, all the same stuff except for the Impulses and the Curse Flask. I have made a few changes to the tree as well. However, they're nothing major. I think the only thing I changed was that I'm picking up this jewel over here instead of taking quickness over here. Sorry, nimbleness. So no massive changes to the tree either. Still got a very respectable amount of life and attack and cast speed, all that kind of stuff. So pretty much exactly what I was playing lastly to start with, but then we're moving into some uncharted territory, and then obviously I'm going to make those guides later on. So, in terms of content, what can you expect from the old Grimro? You can expect daily kind of league updates. So I'm going to be doing one day 1, what I did, all the loot I got, kind of where I am with my character, my goals, where I'm going the next day, and all that kind of stuff. So you can expect that. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to get a big hard drive and record all of my gameplay. So I'm going to be doing 24 hours at the start. So that'll be 24 hours of footage, and then I'm going to edit that up at some point and get all the highlights out and stuff like that. So I play with a lot of friends, and I think they're pretty entertaining as well. So maybe we'll get some good highlights out of that. And I'll be throwing those on the channel, so you'll get kind of a bit of a different angle on me. It won't just be guides and min-maxing and all that stuff. You'll get to see how I actually play. Maybe you'll enjoy that. If you don't, just let me know and I'll stop those. Um, Sadly, I won't be able to stream. The internet at this house is just too bad. If you look at some of my starter videos that I first did, it's very bad quality, and that's what my stream would look like, sadly. So until I can move to a different place, which should hopefully be soon, if everything goes to plan, then there won't be any streaming until that point. However, I appreciate all the follows on Twitch. When I do start streaming, you guys will be the first to know. So that's all good. And then finally, obviously, I'm doing those guides, and there'll be a lot of stuff to do with the website. But I'm not quite ready to talk about the website stuff yet, so we'll leave that for another video. So moving on, we've covered all the stuff that we're doing for the league start, and we're going to move on to something I found pretty exciting. Is we have a Discord server now. We took this time to set it up. We don't have anyone in there just yet because you guys are finding out about it in this video. But the plan is to have everyone who likes to really enjoy min-maxing, mapping at the highest level, and all that kind of stuff be in one place so we can kind of chat and talk and stuff like that, and all work together. So a lot of people often say, I don't have anyone to play with. I don't have any friends and stuff like that. It feels bad, man. So basically, this Discord server is going to be designed to bring people together. Because more often than not, I feel like I wish I was able to play with support sometimes as well, or like my support friends aren't online, and I wish I could find someone who I could rely on. So the idea is that you'll be able to come to the server and type either looking for more and use this template. So you just copy it and paste it, and then fill in what you're doing. So like Bestiary League, all that kind of stuff, and then your current comp is just EK Nova, Magic Find, EK Nova, etc. You fill that out and you just post it, and then if anyone's interested in grouping with you, they can hit you up on Discord, and you guys can go from there. So if you're a support player, I imagine you're going to get spammed the hell out of because everyone wants to play with a support, right? And that'll be really good. Again, I'll be posting in here if I've got any vacancies in my group. I'll be posting here, and you guys can jump in the group as well, and that could be pretty fun. In terms of loot, it's pretty difficult to kind of advise anyone on how to do loot because the way I do it is probably pretty unorthodox. The way we do it in my group is we get everyone together, everyone gives one person the loot, we sell everything, and then we split the gains a lot of the time. And that works well for us, but I don't know how that'll work in a public party system. So you might want to just do group loot or something like that. but that's going to be up to a group by group basis. So you guys are going to have to handle that. But the Discord should hopefully help you guys with finding people to play with, and that'll be really good. So in terms of how the Discord works, we're going to use a bit of a karma system. When you join the Discord, you're going to be a kind of white new member, so you're not going to have a rank. But as you kind of play with more people and you group up with people and we get to know you, and people feel like you're like kind of a reliable player, you're going to move up in ranks to a green titled player. So when you're talking in chat, you'll have a green name. And these kind of players, when you're like talking to them or they're advertising to look for more members, you can rely on them. Where you'll only be promoted if you're not like a ninja looter. You don't be unfair with loot and all that kind of stuff. And then again, if you're blue, then you'll be like a veteran member. And those people are definitely not going to scam you or anything like that. So it's going to be a bit of a karma system. I think it's really good to be able to just be like, oh, that person's name's in green. I can be 100% confident they're not going to be a dodgy player, and I can get them in and we can have a really good time and split the loot, and it'll be really fun. So that's the idea of this kind of Discord server. It'll be just to make sure that everyone has someone to play with if they want to. Maybe you log on and it's quiet and then no one's here, but that's fine. It's just a way, some other way apart from the public party system that you can find other people. Because Reddit's not great and the forums definitely aren't great. So I thought I'd make this one and we can try and all play together. So that's the idea. There's also a min-maxing kind of channel here, which I'll be talking a lot in here about my builds and potentially putting some paste bins and stuff like that. And then we've got a general chat as well. So that's kind of what you can expect there. Someone following and ruining my video. But yeah, that's my plans for Bestiary League. I've got a lot of videos coming up in terms of my opinion and stuff on some of the new changes. But I've left those for a bit later because I want to play it. I want to see how it is before I keep talking about it. A lot of people have been saying that it's a terrible league, but I'm going to leave that until I actually test it. So yeah, it looks good. Join up on the Discord if you want to have a chat. You can private message me if you want to be in my leveling group, I guess. But other than that, I'll be looking for people after I get to maps because it's a bit difficult to kind of level with 6 people. But if you do want to get in our group, then you can message me and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully you guys have just enjoyed this video and you're excited about all the content I've got coming. Leave me some feedback if you think part of this was like bad, the Discord server is a terrible idea, or you don't want those kind of highlight videos or something like that. You can let me know. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I will have played a ton of Bestiary League, and I'll have tons to tell you. And hopefully we've got a really good end game, and they've balanced it really nice. So I guess see you guys in the next one. Cheers.